Welcome back to Fisher Owners Quick Tips, where we look at pieces of kit that Fisher owners couldn't do without. And if you want to see information on your laptop or your tablet that comes from your navigation system, then Charles Morland's got the answer. The Yakker Wi-Fi bridge will send NMEA data by Wi-Fi that you can pick up with your laptop.
I think if anybody asked me what I thought was the biggest improvement to small boating since I first set sail in '72, I'd say it was the development of modern navigation aids, particularly sort of chart plotting based on relatively cheap tablets and things like that. And I think behind that there's a group that probably never get the recognition they really deserve. Because when electronic navigation first started to come out, people like Ray Marine brought out Sea-Talk, and it was a proprietary system. The idea was to lock you in. You bought one bit of their kit, you had to buy all the rest of your kit from them. And there was a group in the States who got together, and they could see the way things were going. They weren't happy about it. They had their own ideas how it should go, and they got together and developed the original 1083 NMEA protocol, which now largely has become standard, although it's now been superseded by NMEA 2000. And that promised total interoperability of equipment. And by and large, it did work that way, and it really killed Sea-Talk and other proprietary systems off. I think where it started to get problems was when Wi-Fi became really popular, and it didn't lose its way a little bit, but it was difficult to get it to cope comprehensively with Wi-Fi because it had been designed for hard wiring. But there were a number of firms brought out devices that would convert physically wired NMEA sentences to Wi-Fi NMEA sentences. Some work better than others. I first experimented with a Comar NMEA to Wi-Fi bridge. Back in 2015, it cost me a couple of £100. It worked, but you could only couple one NMEA physical output to it, and you could only log on one Wi-Fi device, which, you know, it worked, but it was an expensive way to get that little problem. And when I wanted to couple, as well as my separate AIS transceiver to a tablet, as well as my standard Horizon radio that's got an AIS output to a second tablet, it just wouldn't work. And then I found this little device, which instead of costing me £200, cost me £86. It's called the Yakker. It's a Wi-Fi, NMEA to Wi-Fi talk. You can probably guess by the name, it's Australian. But there's a guy up in Scotland who imports these. There's a whole range of them. They're anything from a single one like I said just about the Comar, up to something that would take 5 inputs and do bi-directional data shifting as well. And I think the top of the range is only £117. And I mean, it's pretty simple. It's 12 volt. There are, on this one, there are 4 terminals. One for 12 volt positive, one for the common earth, and then there are 2 individual ones for your NMEA, separate NMEA data inputs, and then the common NMEA earth. And I've had this now a couple of years, and it's worked absolutely perfectly. Unlike the Comar, which will occasionally drop the signal. So it's a really, it's been for me, it's been a real bargain of a piece of kit for patching together what is a bit of a hodgepodge system. I tend to go for the cheapest I can get away with.
So what are you using through that then?
Well, I've got because I'm always suspicious of electronics, although I'm a fan of them, I like it all to be duplicated. So I've got two tablets, a 7-inch and a 10-inch, both running Marine Navigator app and Visit My Harbour Admiralty raster charts. One picks up the signal through the COMA from the a digital yacht AIS transponder. The second one, through this, picks up the signal comes out of the back of my standard horizon radio because it's got an AIS output. You can actually use AIS on the radio, but you're looking at that little dartboard target on a screen that's about 4 times that size. So it's not really satisfying. This just picks it up and sends it straight through to the tablet.
So you're still only using that for AIS, not depth?
I didn't, but after learning the lesson of the COMA, it's rather than save £10 and buy the basic model, I bought this one because if I ever decide to feed any other data to it from another instrument, I can do it. The other thing about this is, unlike the COMA, where it's one USB output to one Wi-Fi device, you can log any Wi-Fi device, your phone, a couple of tablets, PC onto this. It's just like a little whole network within the boat. Any questions?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like. And by the way, Yakker is spelled Y-A-K-K-E-R.